No nepotism, Mr. President. Program Director, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Mr. Gayton Mackenzie, our National Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Dean McPherson, our Minister Penny Majudina, our Minister of Water and Sanitation, our Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Dr. Annelie Lotterit, our Deputy Minister, Mr. Nell, our Provincial Minister of Infrastructure, Mr. Tertia Simmers, our Executive Deputy Mayor of the West Coast District Municipality, Andra Sandra Crawford, our Executive Mayor of Sierenburg, Mr. Dr. Ruben Richards, leaders of the San and Khoi communities here this morning, religious and traditional leaders, senior government officials from all spheres of government, Mr. Jody Scholes, the Commissioner of the National Lottery, distinguished guests, dignitary and people of South Africa, Amal van Vredendal, Goeiedag, Molweni, Dumelang, Sani Bonani from the beautiful Vredendal here in the Western Cape. Mr. President, baie dankie dat u hier is in die Weskus vandag. It's always lekker in the Weskus and it's lekker with the beautiful people here in Vredendal. The beauty and spirit of the Vredendal people are unmatched. I'm honored to welcome you here in Vredendal, situated near the historical significant site of Ratelgat, only an hour away from the recently inscribed UNESCO World Heritage Site, the emergence of modern human behavior, which include Deep Kloof Rock Shelter. This year also marks 30 years of democracy, and it's an important time to pause and reflect on how far we have come as a country. Today, as a nation, we unite behind the motto written in the ancient Sang language of the Kham people, which literal meaning is diverse people unite. This means that we need to see our diversity with strengths that we must harness to solve our most difficult challenges driven by the immense talents of our people. It is important that we immerse ourselves in each other's cultures to improve understanding and mutual respect, made possible by the knowledge and realization that we show a common identity regardless of our eyes. I recently spent time with the Griqua National Conference at Ratelgat, and I want to extend my gratitude to Opperhof Lefleur and the entire National Griqua Conference here today. Thank you, gentlemen, for their warm welcome. Thank you very much. I'd also like to extend a thank to Dr. Thabo Manyetsi and his team from the National Heritage Council for working towards the preservation of heritage of this Ratelgat site towards our historical hoons. Ratelgat holds a profound significance for our nation. It represents the resilience of the Griqua people and serves as a sacred spiritual space to hear historical hoons and forge new futures. Sites like Ratelgat, Mr. President, are essential to preserving the cultural fabric of our country, reminding us of the deep historical and spiritual connections we must honor. On this important day of reconciliation, we must reflect on the role of culture and heritage to heal historical holes and bring us together. To truly reconcile, we must understand our collective history, recognize the injustices of our past as advocated by our Constitution, and use our diverse culture to forge and imagine alternative futures. Whether it's the stories of the Khoi, the Griqua, the San, the Amatlosa, the Amazulu, our colored, our Bapedi, or our Afrikaner communities, our diverse cultures and shared histories are the foundations of our national identity and should shape our national reconciliation and our joint futures. Finally, as we reflect on the day of reconciliation, let us embrace the role that we as South Africa has played in shaping humanity. Mr. President, so when we welcome people to the West Coast, we say welcome home, welcome here, wamkelekele ikaya. Welcome not only to the cradle of humankind, but the cradle of human culture. As I welcome you all to the beautiful Weskus, I invite you to experience what this region has to offer. Our West Coast oysters, our crayfish, our roaster koek, our vet koek, our buchu, our rooibos, our small lekker pudding, and our vibrant reel dance that showcase the heartbeat of our community. Die Weskus is die beste kus. Baie dankie, Mr. President. Geniet die Weskus.